Alright guys, moving on, we're going to the Cleric. This is going to be the next class I'm going to do in my series of classes. This time I'm going to make a human variant. I'm going to burn through this pretty quickly for making something because I don't want to slow anybody down. Equipment and armor, I can do videos on this later. Most of the stuff is fairly standard to 5th edition for the stats and abilities. I decided to do the human variant this time. It gives me extra points and I can kind of throw some stuff in there. The Cleric, you have your options in abilities between being a kind of ranged healer slash damage dealer and not getting close in combat, or you can always make a close combat Cleric. I'm just going to make the standard long range Cleric this time around. Get my wisdom to 16, spend 2 of my points to get up to 18. Raise my con because I don't want to be squishy. Raise my strength because I want to be able to do close combat should things get bad off. Use my final point for con. I'm not going to throw anything at charisma. It's not needed for clerics anymore. Your turn undead is not based on charisma. It is actually an ability that you buy later on, which will be based off wisdom. You're going to be wearing medium armor, so I could put some points in dex if I wanted to and not worry about close combat. You can do range stuff. If you want to be an elf, you can shoot bows and arrows. So that's pretty much about it. I'm not going to worry about the rest. So abilities, start off with the skills and proficiencies. As you can tell by looking at this compared to a fighter, you have much less, but you can still always buy what you want. So if you want to start learning how to do swords, you can start spending points. Clerics normally get 2 ability points. As you can see, since I took the human variant, it gives you +2 skill points. I have 2 more. Half Elf does this as well. And as I said in the previous video, anyone can search and lockpick. All you gotta do is just spend the points in it. And if you want to make a heavy armor using Cleric, since they're only medium armor now, here's your 2 points you can spend to do it. As a human, obviously you can do it early. I'm not going to worry about it. This is probably going to be a backline kind of guy. Instead of spells in this game, everyone has abilities. Much as you saw in the fighter tree, you have a lot of different abilities. Now, spellcasters automatically get a couple abilities that would be considered a spell right off the bat. So, as you can see, we have the Produce Flame, we have the Divine Strike, we have Sacred Flame, and that's most of our starting abilities. So I'm going to start over here. You might recognize some trees from the fighters. There are some, you can make your Cleric kind of fighter-ish if you want to. This one's going to be more range based. So we have the Divine Tree. You get Produce Flame. There is up to 4 ranks of Produce Flame, so as you can tell, it just slowly increases damage. It does unlock Warding Flare. Really good for preventing stuff to come flying at you. Blinding things, sleeping things, anything like that that can prevent aggro is great. You can't get it to level 5, so it can be a little painful, but the save's not bad. And you have 3 ranks in that. Sorry, no, don't have 3 ranks in that. You have Warding Flare, which turns into Flame Strike. Everyone loves Flame Strike. That's one of my favorite spells for wizards in the game for a long time. You eventually get to unlock Earthquake, which is great. Another good damage to everybody kind of thing. Slow some things down, stuff like that. But you don't get that till, as you can see, level 15, and it costs 3 points to get. So that's basically a full level. Every character, no matter what the class or anything, always gets 3 ability points, or skill points as I call them, because I think it's a little confusing for it to be called ability points, but 3 skill points at every level, no matter what. Wizards and Clerics included. Regenerate, as you can see, high level spell, good regeneration. Heals and heals. Everyone likes the heals, and I am a little country, so I do say heal instead of hill. So Divine Strike, good ranged ability. In all honesty, if you're going to be a cleric and you're a ranged cleric, most people are going to expect you to keep the party healed. So taking range damage, unless you're by yourself, I don't see clerics using a ton of it. But it's always good to have that quick, crazy hit if there's no wizard in the group. You can kind of switch back and forth roles. Since there is no magic, you can toss a big damage spell, then heal that person, and toss a big damage spell, then heal that person. If you want to play it the way that, if you want to play it that way. So Divine Strike, 4 ranks of that. As I said, you can go in the fighter video. You can go to swordcoast.com, go to the community area. There's a wiki there. They have a wiki now. Has all the trees, has all the abilities in the trees. If you look, my original 3 videos is listed in the source material from before. But I wanted to do these videos because people were wanting me to break them up, make them a little bit easier to watch, less time consuming to have to just kind of spin through what you want to find. So Spiritual Weapon, I've seen quite a few people use this. It's really good. Because it gives you, as you can see, it gains a bonus based to particular modifiers to strength and con equal to your wisdom. So it's really good for wisdom based casters, which is what this will be. Here's the bread and butter healing spell. It's really fast refresh timer, 20 seconds, decent heal. Healing abilities don't seem to affect undead in this game like they did in the original 5th edition or 3rd edition or 4th edition, where you could kind of heal an undead and then it hurt it. It doesn't seem to do that in this game. Here's your turn undead. It's in the Righteous Champion tree, of course. Based on wisdom, as you can see, DC 14 wisdom saving throw. Now, I believe these DCs go up as your wisdom goes up, if I remember correctly. So, Light Tree, we have the Sacred Flame. Just a good, quick cantrip. Fire damage, does decent damage. And you can get it down to doing fairly good damage. 8 to 32. Of course, it's going to require certain levels. They don't want cantrips to become too powerful, or else you'll never use any other spells. Celestial Strike, another good damage ability. You have 2 ranks in that. Here's the other healing ability. This is going to heal the more of the damage due to cure wounds. This is also going to unlock your good healing abilities. So obviously, you want to learn that. You can take multiple ranks in it, all the way down. This will also later on at level 3 unlock Prayer of Healing, which is a must-have. This is a area effect healing. You're going to need it. It's going to heal everybody. Everyone's going to love you if you use the Prayer of Healing. It is a great healing spell, and it's very, very useful. Disciple of Light is really good. Of course, it increases healing and extra resistance to radiant and necrotic damage. Great for when you're fighting those liches. There are liches. So we have the Life Tree. I want to take this Bless because this is really good. Gives you +2 to roll. It lasts for 60 seconds, so instead of previous editions like 3rd edition where you got, you know, +2 to a roll and then it went away, this sticks around with you for 60 seconds and gives you +2 to attacks and saving throws to anyone in the area when the Bless goes off. It lasts for a full minute, which is usually 1 fight. And then, of course, Bless number 2. I want to take this because this is a great ability. Then we have Aid. Extra toughness, more resistance and hit points, good. It also unlocks the Beacon of Hope, which is a really nice ability. This is really, really good to pop off. If everyone's needing a quick heal, you hit the Beacon of Hope and then you go back and hit that AoE healing. Gives some really, really good healing effects there if you want to be a great healer. Here's your 3 levels of aid. Restoration, this is good to get rid of poisons and ability score defects. At the 2nd level, I believe it gets rid of all. Yeah, restoration originally it's got an 80-second cooldown, so it takes a while. But at restoration 2, it gets rid of all the negative effects on them instead of just choosing a random one. This is the quick revive. Anyone can stabilize, take someone from 0 to 1 hit point. If you use a healing kit, it brings them back to like I think 50% health. But if you do this, it's a ranged get your butt up and get back in the fight. But it's got a long cooldown, so you're going to be using it sparingly, but it can be a lifesaver, of course. Yes, I did make a pun there. War Domain, this one doesn't unlock until I think level 2. This is where you get your Divine Smite. This is also a shared tree with the Paladin, I believe. So you have all of your Divine Smites. You have your Crusader's Mantle. Great stuff. Great for close combat if you want to be a close combat cleric. Radiant Pulse. This is a really, really good spell. Works really well against undead. You have your 2 ranks in that, and then Guardian of Faith, which is also really, really fun. Good damage. Celestial Guardian. It's nice. Arcing Smite. This works really good. It's a lot like a Chain Lightning. You can make it bounce up to 8 times. Really, really powerful against hordes of undead. I know Ash likes to use hordes of undead sometimes in his things. So this can mow through quite a few of them if you have it high enough. Protection. This is the exact same tree that's in the fighter tree. You have your Shield Bash. You have your Shield Rush. You have your Shield Wall. Great for blocking incoming projectiles. Have not confirmed just yet if that includes incoming projectiles from spells. I believe it doesn't, but I have not confirmed that yet. And of course you have your Bulwark. Give yourself some good AC and some saving throws. And your extended defense. Martial Tree, also again shared with the Fighter Tree. Victoria Surge, great for quick heals on yourself if you're in close combat. Impede, always good to slow people down, especially if you're the healer and you're in close combat. Sometimes it's good to be able to hit someone, slow them down, run back behind the front lines, heal everybody up, and then run back to the fight. Wounding Blow, good to drop healing from sources. Break the Wall, drop that AC. Flying Foe, this can be used really, really well. I've seen where a healer has used this before. They'll take Flying Foe and they'll still be a ranged healer, and what they'll do is they'll target a big guy in the fight, and if a bunch of the close line guys are dying and they need to get a big heal off, they'll use this ability, pull themselves to the front lines, heal everybody, and then run back. It's a great combo for healers. And that's pretty much it for everything there. I'm just going to randomly select things. If I want to be a healer, Healing Word is amazing. And of course, as shown in the fighting, are in the fighter trees. You have all kinds of portraits to choose from.
Of course.
About 4 different voices to choose from, and then of course you can be evil or good, and choose a deity. So there you go. That is the Cleric. Thanks, guys.